Hey guys, what's going on? It's Daegan, and I wanted to shoot you a quick, dirty update on our online traffic revolution email series. So first off, have you guys had a chance to actually watch this video? It's actually I'm extremely proud of it. Let's go ahead and click play. It's a good-looking guy, don't you think? Anyway, I'll stop messing around. I am epic video. I think you guys should all watch it if you haven't watched it. The person that I actually had put it together for me, believe it or not, is actually a 3-time Emmy award-winning video editor. So I spared no expense in putting this together. It's for an important reason. When I call this thing the online traffic revolution, I really, really, really do mean it. There's some things that are going on online, and if I can just speak candidly with you, that people are getting lied to, people are getting kind of cheated, and we're very much at an apex, at a changing point in our industry when it comes to traffic. And to put it bluntly, if things don't change, a lot of dreams are going to be broken. I got a lot to share with you within our series, and I want you to follow along. I want you to pay attention to the very simple lessons that I'm sharing with you. I'm going to review them really quick, and this whole situation that's going on, there's absolutely an opportunity for us all to win. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with one individual. But if I'm going to share some things that you won't see or hear anyone speak as candidly about when it comes to traffic in the online marketing world on that event, then it's, you just got to come. I don't know how else to put it. So let me just show you that real quick, and then let me go and share a couple things before I go back and share the lesson. So after you watch the video, you just come over here to the Online Traffic Revolution page, and you can register. So simple registration process. The way that we do these events is it's absolutely free, and only if you love it do you pay a dime. So at the end of the event, I'll say, hey, was it worth your time? And that puts me in the position where I have to over-deliver, puts you in the position where you're in total control. And so that's how this is. You just come over here, you register, you put me to the test. I got to give up the goods, and I will. It's what I love to do. It's what I'm here for. So come over here and register. Now, let me give you kind of the lay of the land. Right now, this we're looking at today. Today, my sister is actually getting married in a couple hours. I got to go get dressed after I shoot this video for you. You might get this a little bit later. But we're looking at our daily leads. We're looking at about 805 leads yesterday, 300 leads so far today. It's about 2:30 p.m. We'll probably, 500, 600. And for the last 6 years or so, we've kind of hovered in that range. Now, there's been a few spikes up and down, but we do traffic very differently than a lot of people. And I think if I can impart those lessons to you, the most important core lessons to you in this email series, and then bring us all together on Monday evening and share with you the methodology and the mechanics behind it all, and the strategy to win in 2012, because it's not what it was in 2011 or 2010. It's drastically different. It's absolutely revolutionary. Then you guys can get this, and you can sleep well at night. You can get as much traffic as you want, because there's always more, and you can have a thriving business. And so let me just check up on that. So this is what we're looking at. Like I said, today is February 11th, and this is what we're looking at in terms of the majority of our sales in our business this month. Not doing bad. I'm happy with where we are progression-wise, but I share this with you just to say I'm not some nut job. I pretty much know what I'm talking about when it comes to traffic. And one other thing I just pulled up real quick. It's pretty interesting. I got a lot of friends in this industry, so I can't wait for them to email me back on this part of what I'm sharing. This blue line at the top is our business. And you can see 2012, our strategies have changed, and they're just going to keep changing. They're just going to keep going bigger. Well, some of my other friends are, they need to come to the event too and learn some of this stuff too. And so if you're in the home business industry and you want to learn about traffic, if you look at the graph here, you'll kind of see that we know a few things about getting traffic. And I just think you need to come. But anyway, So get yourself registered. Let me get you up to date on where we are in our email series. Let me find, oh, I see, it's pretty cool. We got folks jumping on board and in real time registering for the event as I'm shooting this video. By the way, if you register, here's the cool thing. The way that I do these events, before I give you this quick update, because I think you'll really get this. This event is paramount. It's the most important that I've ever put on, in my opinion, ever, because literally the fate of our industry depends on it. And so I am highly motivated to get this message spread as far as possible. So if we go back here and I show you our ticket registration form, remember what I said, it's free to come. Only at the end do you pay a dime if you feel that it's worth it. I'll say, was it worth it to you? Just like at a restaurant. If it was, if you're happy, then I'll humbly accept the business and serve you from there on out. If not, you will not be charged a dime. But here's the true benefit for you in terms of helping me spread the message. We always end up with a lot of happy people when we put on these events, because I open up my business and literally just show it to you exactly in real time as it is, transparently. There's no hype whatsoever. And so when you refer people to our event, at the end, if you refer people that were happy and they decide to pay the $39.95 ticket fee, you get 50% of that. You get $20 as a referring partner. Secondarily, on the second level, you'll get an additional $5. So you get $25 out of that registration fee. I get $15. And the reason for that is I want to incentivize you to help me to create a huge crowd, because I'm going to share some things that are truly revolutionary and are going to change the way our industry runs from that night on. It really is. And so there's absolutely a financial incentive for you once you register to share this message and put me in the position where I have to show up and show the goods. So I want you to spread it. I want you to help me get the message out there. But let me go through the lessons that we've got here. So real time, people are popping in. Lesson number 1 and number 2. Whenever I do these lessons, I always like to make sure you got the previous lesson. The first lesson that I shared was a lesson that I learned from a guy named Randy Sheaf. If there's one thing that you learn about traffic, it's this. When I first met Randy, it was back in 2006, and I was just starting my business. I just kind of created an information product, and I didn't realize how much support was involved in an information marketing business. And I came to this point where I was really very stressed out, and I couldn't handle the support myself. And I didn't want to bring anyone else into my, I guess it was kind of a hobby then, but I had to either grow, bring people in, or let my business, I couldn't keep it up. I couldn't keep it up if it was just me. And what happened from that is I ended up, growing and blossoming in my business, but I also ended up making a great friend. And Randy, who runs this customer service business, actually, back then and to this day, is kind of like the secret behind a lot of many of the best direct response marketing businesses out there. The business, he does all their support, and because of that, I didn't know it then, but later that year when I got to go meet Randy for the first time in person, I got to go to his office and literally see everyone's marketing pieces, like what was working in terms of direct mail, and I fell in love with that stuff. And I had a conversation with Randy that because of what he does, that I want you to share. And realize this, not many people get to have the experience that I had when I got to go to Randy's office. And so not many people are going to get to have this conversation or get this lesson in the way that I'm going to share it with you. The first and most important lesson of traffic is what Randy shared with me. He said, Daegan, I'm at the back of a lot of people's businesses. And the one thing that I know that's absolutely true, the biggest, most profitable, and most successful businesses are the ones that spend the most on lead generation. Simple, profound, true. I took that lesson to heart, and I've lived by it. I mean, I can show you, we could go in here, I could show you one of many, many, many different ad campaigns that we do, right? I mean, and in fact, if I just go like this, I'll dig into these, of course. I'm going to dig into this, and there's just lots of stuff going on. But I took that lesson to heart. I mean, if I spend a good amount of money on traffic, these are all individual streams of traffic. And if there's one lesson that you can get from anything that I'm doing, I want to make sure that you get this, it's the person that spends the most on traffic is going to have the biggest business. And so the way to approach that yourself is to ask yourself, how can I afford to spend more on traffic than my competitors? And at the core of that question is pure magic. If you explore it, if you think about it, if you test and you build your business based on that question, you will create an extremely strong and an extremely profitable business. This is in stark contrast to what most people do. I've been doing this for years, and what people come to me and they say, knee-jerk reaction, Daegan, do you know any cheap places where I can get traffic where I just make a ton of money? No, that's not even how I think. If you want to build a big, strong business and get a lot of traffic, you got to think about these things the right way. And that statement that I just said to you, is one that you should ingrain in your brain. And the question, you need to ponder it. If you want to build a big $1 million plus business, that's the core question you got to ask yourself. So that was lesson 1. Now, lesson 2 is equally as important. It builds on that first lesson. The first lesson lets you build a big business. The second lesson lets you keep it. So, there was a time when I actually was just forming my ideas and learning a lot of things about the online world. And I would find mentors and pay them a good deal of money. One of my first mentors was a guy named John. And I gave John a check for $10,000 because he spoke on stage at a seminar. And at this seminar, John, on that stage, he said, I took this little idea, and from this little idea to a $1 million business was about 18 months. Maybe it was 21. It was either 18 or 21 months. But either way, this was mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. At the end of that presentation, the first question that hit me was, I wonder where he's getting that $1 million traffic. And really, that question was what drove me to give this guy $10,000. So I give John $10,000. We set up our meeting for the next month. I fly down to Austin, and we sit in the hotel lobby of a La Quinta that I'm staying at, and he just opens up the back end of his business. I get to see everything that's going on like an X-ray. And it's the most shocking thing in the world. Most people think about traffic like Frodo and all of his friends in Lord of the Rings. They think there's one ring that rules them all, right? The ring of power. It's the most coveted. It's the most feared. It's what everyone wants. There's one. And this is how people think about traffic. And it's how I thought about traffic. What's the one stream of traffic that is the most profitable and the best that exists? I don't care about the rest, just give me the best. That's how people think about this. And this is what I thought I was going to see when I went in and I got to meet with John. And what John shared was the exact opposite. It blew me away. He opened up the back of his business, and I didn't see one tsunami of traffic. Instead, what I saw was hundreds of little streams of traffic. And again, if we go back and we just check this out, I mean, you can see I took John's lesson pretty seriously. And you can see, by the way, you don't always win all your tests. I mean, when we dig in here, I'm going to show you some really cool stuff that's going to make you money, and I'm going to show you some other things that will take your money. So you're going to get lessons on both sides of the equation when it comes to traffic. So, and I asked John why. Why do you get your traffic that way? And this is what I want you to take home. What John said to me was, Daegan, I want to sleep well at night. And you know, a one-dimensional business does not let you sleep well. Anything happens to that one stream, one dimension, your business is gone. That's not what I'm in this for. I'm in it for the long term. So I need stability. And you know, all these young guys that are out there talking about, oh, you know, look, we're making millions and whatever, we're using, and back then it was Google AdWords, not Facebook. All those guys aren't as smart as they think they are. Daegan, this is what he said. You know, they have no perspective. See, I've been doing this stuff for 15 years, and media changes. What is there now may not be there tomorrow. And the only way to survive and thrive in an ever-changing world is to be diversified. I took that lesson to heart, and I want you to take it to heart too. So please write these 2 lessons down. The question that I want you to ponder that Randy gave me is, how can I build my business so I'm the person that can spend the most on traffic? And then what John shared with me, diversify or die. Diversify your business. And that's going to set us up for the next 2 lessons. The next lesson I'm going to teach you is a juggernaut. It's literally how to turn magic into millions of dollars. It's a simple process, and I'm going to walk you through the core components of that tomorrow. And then I'm going to kind of be humble and on Monday share with you the biggest mistake that I ever made as it relates to getting traffic, and just so that you don't make it too. And that's going to set us up for Monday night when I kind of open up, just like John opened up his business, except for there's no $10,000 price tag on what I'm going to do. This is, you come, put me to the test, and if it's worth it, then I appreciate the business. If not, you don't pay a dime. I'll give you the recording, and hopefully later you can get some value out of it, because I want to win your trust. I want you to be a customer for life, and I want to win your chance again. If it's not good, you know, no skin off my back. I paid $10,000 to learn this stuff. I'm going to share the next level of this stuff, what's working in 2012 with you, and you have all the power. If it's worth it to you, it's awesome. If not, you know, that's fine with me too. So there's nothing to lose. I want you to register. I want you to register, and I also want you to spread the message, because this is incredibly, profoundly important, and your business will be better by coming to the event Monday. So that's our update. I'll probably shoot you one tomorrow, probably a little bit shorter. I got to head off to my sister's wedding. You guys have a great day.